Malaysia Shariah Property Income Fund. The strategic intent behind this purpose-built workers' accommodation, PBWAs. There are a few situations that we are currently facing in Malaysia. The structural shortage of the purpose-built workers' accommodation. The poor living conditions of current housing. The recent bill amendment on Workers' Minimum Standard of Housing and Amenities Act. And not to forget, the increasing number of employers, especially MNCs, becoming more conscious of their social and environmental responsibilities. Traditionally, construction and manufacturing sectors in Malaysia have significant reliance on foreign workers. Foreign workers are accounted for an estimated 30% of total employment in construction and manufacturing sectors. With over 2 million registered legal foreign workers in Malaysia, there is an estimate of 506,000 foreign construction workers and 713,000 foreign manufacturing workers. Also, there are about 1 million unregistered foreign workers. If we look at the chart here, we can see that there is an existing supply of 40,900 beds in 2019. And we are expecting another 40,000 beds to come up over the next 4 years. So, there is a huge shortage of 1.138 million beds and 632,000 beds in manufacturing alone. The total number of foreign workers employed in construction and manufacturing sectors in Malaysia is expected to grow continuously from 1.22 million in 2019 to 1.47 million in 2023. This growth will further exacerbate the current shortage of PBWA. So, we can see that there is a huge shortage of purpose-built workers' accommodation, and the shortage of beds for foreign workers will continue to sustain in the medium to long term. The second situation that we are facing is the poor living conditions. As you can see from the picture, the foreign workers is currently living in a housing with no assurance on health and safety. There is a lack of daily amenities and recreational facilities. It is unsupervised and easily leads to conflicts among tenants and social problems with locals. It is also very difficult for employers to manage, diverting their resources and attention from the core business operations. With the recent bill amendment on Workers' Minimum Standard of Housing and Amenities Act, the bill has expanded the coverage from only estate workers to include other employment sectors such as construction and manufacturing services across the country. Such changes are to ensure that first, the law is in line with the evolution of international labor standards, especially in terms of compliance with the standards. Second, to help sustain the economic growth of the country and attract foreign investments, especially in high-tech industries. Once the bill is passed and becomes mandatory, most foreign workers housing currently in Malaysia will not be able to comply except for PBWAs. This would definitely lead to a further increase in demand for PBWAs. Additionally, we see an increasing number of employers, especially MNCs, becoming more conscious of their social and environmental responsibilities. Specifically, the working conditions and housing for their employees in alignment with the UN Guiding Principles on Business and Human Rights. They are drawing on upon internationally recognized standards such as International Labour Organization and the United Nations. This adoption of the environmental social governance standards will in turn lead to increased demand for PBWAs. Introducing the Malaysia Shariah Property Income Fund. The fund invests in quality real estate assets in Malaysia that can generate stable monthly income with potential upside for capital gains, while satisfying the universal Sharia standards. The capital will be deployed into two areas. Firstly, to acquire assets in the pipeline to build up the portfolio immediately with ready cash flows. Second, to build PBWAs from greenfield once contracts are secured with factories and companies. With Malaysia Sharia Property Income Fund, we can fulfill the demand for PBWAs, improve the living conditions of the housing. PBWAs will meet the Workers' Minimum Standard of Housing and Amenities Act bill. The fund is also compliant with Sharia and ESG standards. Not only does the Malaysia Sharia Property Income Fund fulfill the demand for PBWAs in Malaysia, we also see the upcoming potential when PBWAs are adopted by the construction sector, when the current voluntary bill becomes mandatory, as well as the increased inflow of foreign workers as the economy expands. As you can see from the photos, the fund improves the living conditions of the housing. PBWAs will meet the Workers' Minimum Standard of Housing and Amenities Act bill. The fund is also compliant with Sharia and ESG standards. Malaysia Sharia Property Income Fund is a win for all. It is a win for the employers because it is compliant with ESG standards, giving employers with PBWAs an overriding advantage over competitors. For employers who adopt PBWAs, they get to enjoy centralized control of the workers, an effective and transparent administration system for managing a large number of tenants. PBWAs are professionally managed, allowing employers to focus on their core business. It is also a win for the government. It helps the government to improve workers' welfare, to be aligned with international standards. It allows the government to have a better control of foreign workers in Malaysia and to reduce potential social issues. The fund also encourages more sustainable foreign direct investment into Malaysia. And most importantly, it further strengthens Malaysia as the Islamic finance hub. It is also a win for the workers. With improved living conditions, their health, safety, minimum space, and hygiene are ensured. We believe with happy workers, it leads to higher productivity. Last but not least, it is a win for our investors. You will be participating in a uniquely strategized fund of high potential, enjoying an IRR of 10 to 12%, and receiving stable dividend income from year one. Most importantly, you will be supporting ESG, helping workers and the country. Malaysia Sharia Property Income Fund. It is a win for the employers, for the government, for the workers, and for you.